Hi everybody, I'm here in Chicago with my friend John,
Ahoy!
aka Phampants, who's hosting me for the weekend and showing me around the city. We thought we'd have a few conversations just about like adulthood in general since I'm doing adult for a year, and you actually did a really similar project last year. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So basically, long story short, I freaked out about turning 30, so I had a bucket list of 30 things I want to do before I turn 30, and instead of celebrating my birthday by myself, I invited friends to celebrate with me.
And they were really cool things. Like the one that I remember because you specifically contacted me about it was changing your wardrobe by the time you were 30. Because apparently I'm the one that people talk to about that now.
Just saying.
All right, so one of the things that's different about being an adult that seems to get the most people in trouble, at least according to Tumblr, is how everything about your life becomes your own responsibility. A lot of people seem to be really scared by that, but I actually kind of find it invigorating.
Well, part of it is I feel like people are scared of the unknown, and and also like you're on yourself for the first time, and adulthood is hard.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like everything's riding on every decision, but then you kind of realize that it doesn't feel like everything is riding on one decision so much as like the rest of my life just changes by that decision, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I'm on the verge of catastrophe. I just feel like, you know, there are two choices and I make an arbitrary one, and that ends up being the one that shapes my life. Like, when I went to Korea, I didn't have to pay that many bills when I was in South Korea. And this seems to be something that gets a lot of people stressed out.
Bills are depressing.
They can be depressing.
No, they are depressing.
I don't feel like they're that depressing.
You want to give your money away?
It's not like giving my money away.
True.
It's providing for myself.
True. Which is, for that part, is exciting. Like, you know, you realize, yes, I could do this. I could live on my own. Only except, like, every time the bill comes, oh, that's less money I have to work for.
I mean, I think it does have to do with the fact you were actually watching me this morning going through my expense accounts. I made a joke like 2 weeks ago in a video about how I've become best friends with Excel, and I spent about 10 minutes raving about my budget spreadsheet to John.
Raving is an understatement. That spreadsheet's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
What can I say? I think that's what makes me less stressed about bills, honestly, is that I expect them and I'm prepared for them. Yeah, it does suck a little bit that I can't, like, I don't spontaneously go out to dinner as much. There are really inefficient ways.
But yeah, true, but also the fact that now you're cooking a lot more, you also learn that, you know, it's a lot more fun cooking, hosting people, and just like learning a new skill, and which is, I think, very rewarding as it is, you know, going out to dinner with friends, but also making something for friends.
It always tastes better. Okay,
I am an original.
We've each been to every VidCon.
Hey! I didn't know that!
And that's why, because every time I see you, this guy is like the friendliest, most hospitable person. I'm not even kidding. Like every time,
thank you.
Every time I see you at VidCon, you're like, "Hey, Steve, you want to go get a drink at the bar? It's on me." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." And we have like good conversations. But that kind of warmth and invitation, I feel like, has made a big difference. So I guess I kind of wanted to know like what your like thought process and values are.
Well,